Hello, World Like Web. I'm Dagger Shado, the only personality with the best hair, without a green screen today because this is going to be a quicker, much more simple video to produce. A bit of a month in review because this has been quite a month in a lot of ways. Now, it started off not so great. Of course, I was sick. That wasn't the best thing. Algorithm didn't like it at all. But as came back, started the summer of Leprechaun, and that has been going quite good, I'd say, quite good. But also, the secondary videos for the last couple of weeks were much larger, much more kind of grandiose kind of projects, and that was good and bad. Good because, I felt inspired with the Lost Leprechaun 2 and 3 video, just dive into that and do that and see how it went, and it went very well. And I'm very happy for that. There was also kind of a call for more of that, which I mentioned in the Leprechaun Pitches video. That video, the Lost Leprechaun video, was not exactly the easiest to do, and indeed, with that, starting off and then coming off of getting ill to trying to get everything back to work again, to doing something that was a larger project that I felt inspired to do, to then feeling kind of obligated to do that again, because that was also after the Halloween Kills review finally got cleared from being held behind on the copyright purgatory of YouTube. So that ended up being a second video 1 week, so obviously that did very well. Algorithm loved that. Then Lost Leprechauns, that did very well, so I was on this streak that I was like, I really don't want that to break, so I had that nagging on the back of my head as well. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna keep at this, gonna push through, and I'm gonna get another big special video for the Sunday video out. And it was really not a very good idea, but that's what we did. And that went well enough. It didn't go, it wasn't as big as the Lost Leprechauns video, but it was still bigger than every other second video, so it's still, hey, nothing wrong with that. And so, that was going very well, and I really can't do that this week because a couple of reasons. Number one, this whole month, since I came back from getting sick, I have not taken a single day off, except right now, the last 2 days, I did kind of take to myself, and there's a good reason for that. But I hadn't taken a single day off, and of course, working yourself to death. YouTube loves that, and it has shown in the performance of the channel. Everything's been doing very, very well this month. Now, not just, Leprechaun is a series that people do kind of gravitate towards, and that, of course, helps. But beyond that, it's just YouTube has actually been showing the videos to more people, which is helping in the click-through rate's staying about the same, but the views are going up. YouTube is now showing my videos to people who aren't subscribed to me. It's not just to my subscribers. It's a thing I keep saying whenever I'm watching YouTube and I see a YouTuber complain that is only 10% of you guys are subscribed to me. And I'm there only 95% of you guys are subscribed to me. Not anymore. Now only 75% of you guys are subscribed to me. I'm actually getting out there again. Little by little. But it's happening, and that is huge. It really helped. The channel growth has changed from 200 new subscribers a month up to now we're at about 1,000, which is nowhere near where the channel used to be. Generally hovering between 2,000 and 3,000. 1 month it shot up to 6,000. That was really nice. But still, compared to how the channel has been doing for this entire year and most of last year, all of last year, 2021 came in at 8,000 for the entire year as subscriber growth. That was really not very good. But yeah, the 2022 is looking better now, so that's good. One of the things I had done in order to try and make sure that YouTube really was happy with the channel was I had went ahead and actually did the mid-rolls and stuff, so that has had an interesting little effect. Whereas not just thanks to the fact that there are 1 or 2 mid-rolls, I tend to aim for 2 because that seems to be the sweet spot that the algorithm really likes. It tends to make like strangely a lot more. Like the Leprechaun 3 review had 2 mid-rolls. Leprechaun 3 or 4. Well, one of the Leprechaun reviews had 2 mid-rolls in there, and actually, I think I'm talking about Leprechaun 2, because that didn't have any copyright issues when I posted that one. But the Leprechaun 2 review, 2 mid-rolls in there. The Halloween Kills review, 1 mid-roll in there. And the Leprechaun 2 review made like almost twice as much, which is weird when you consider it's like pre-roll, post-roll, 1 mid-roll, or pre-roll, post-roll, 2 mid-rolls. That's only an increase of 33% the amount of ad spaces, but it resulted in double the ad revenue. I'm really confused as to exactly how YouTube is calculating all this, but yeah, the 2 mid-rolls really seem to be the sweet spot for that. Yeah, adding more in looking over my previous videos when I was going and I was trying to fix all the stuff, and I was seeing how many videos that it just pretty much didn't have any ads on at all versus the amount that it just absolutely loaded with ads. The ones absolutely loaded with ads did not perform really well. Probably because people left because they were bombarded by freaking ads. But yeah, so I'm not looking to try and bombard people with it, and it also looks like it doesn't work anyway. So yeah, there's a sweet spot there, and the thing is, YouTube, the algorithm seems to really like when a video performs well in that regard, and then shows it to more, which has had like, of course you'd think, you'd say, okay, you put in more ads, you're gonna make more ad revenue. But it's not just I put in more ads and made more ad revenue. It's like it's that I used to be posting a video with a pre-roll and a post-roll, and that was it. And now I'm posting a video with a pre-roll, post-roll, and 2 mid-rolls. The old video didn't make as much money on ads, and YouTube said, hey, this video's not making as much money on ads, so it only got like 20,000 views. The new videos are making more money on ads in general, and YouTube saying, hey, this is making more money on ads, show it to more people, so it's making 30, 40,000 views on top of having more ads per view, and it's just like, okay, so the revenue has been increasing quite substantially in that regards, which is very, very good, because the amount of crises that happened over the last few months to the AC and having to replace the engine on my car, and all the dental work I've been getting done, is like, I'm still technically behind where I should be to know that, yes, I will be able to pay my taxes next year. But I'm making enough this month, and it looks like that's not going to slow down, that I am relatively confident in that. So I want to thank you all again for that. Big help, big help. Whew. I'm actually eating food again. It's nice. I could go out. I could just buy a sandwich, and I don't have to feel guilty about it. Like, I don't know if this sandwich is going to come to bite me in the sandwich later. But yeah. So the videos have been doing very well. The secondary videos did very well. Now I said that they were a lot of work, which they were, and that this video is much simpler as a result of that, which it is. Because I don't have nearly as much time this week to get stuff out. And I am going to do my best to get the next Leprechaun Back to the Hood review out this Wednesday. I took my 2 days off the previous 2 days, and those were the first 2 days I've had off in a long time. And the 28th was my birthday. I am now 39 years old, and I don't feel a day over 15. I don't act a day over 15. But yeah, it's just been a lot going on all month, and I needed some time to myself, and that came up, and I was like, you know what? Instead of continuing to put my nose to the grindstone and just absolutely not care about my mental health, physical health, any kind of health, I'm just going to take this time. Yeah, this video is probably not going to do nearly as well as those videos, but it's going to be a video, which the algorithm will still appreciate. It's still, it's better for me to post something that y'all actually want to watch. That's just how it is. You don't just pump out videos on YouTube if you want to actually get anywhere. It helps to put up something that people are actually interested in. And yes, talking about theoretical movies and the pitches and just taking the idea of like Candyman versus Leprechaun and just having that, just making up our own little movie as we went along, that was a lot of fun. I wouldn't mind doing a little thing, just, you know, sort of just ideas like that. Not even necessarily something that has to do with any kind of official pitch or any kind of, like, you know, the Candyman versus Leprechaun was never necessarily an official pitch as far as I could find, but it is one that people wanted to hear about because it was something that someone did put a fan trailer together for, and it did gain a lot of popularity. So, you know, it might be worth talking about in that regard. But, you know, that video, the Leprechaun pitches, was supposed to be relegated to actual serious, you know, people in the biz talking to each other about ideas or what ideas they came up with, and technically that one didn't count. So, but yeah, the amount of stuff this month that has just come through and all been doing very well, and it's really helping with the channel, which is really helping with my life. And I'm still just like, there's a lot of things I gotta get done just because I've been putting so much time into just making videos for the channel. My house is not doing good. I really got to do those dishes. Just saying, just really majorly. Yeah, also, and speaking of my birthday, and such, I got the lovely Killer Clowns from Outer Space t-shirt. This was a birthday present from my adoptive mother, so I thank her very much for this one. And it was a very nice, calm kind of birthday, I'd say. Just I had some nice food, spent some time just relaxing and just taking time to myself. It was effectively a day off, but it was also my birthday, so that was my excuse. But yeah, I'm wondering about what other kind of Lost Leprechaun, not specifically Lost Leprechaun, no, not every secondary video has to be a Leprechaun video. Not every video ever made has to be a Leprechaun video. Oh god. I'm just getting really deep into the Leprechaun stuff right now. Like, for the Patreon and Subscribe Star and the YouTube channel member creepypasta readings for this month, the reward video is a Leprechaun-themed creepypasta reading. 2 different creepypastas with the leprechauns as the theme. Like, just very much everything is Leprechaun right now. Everything. It is the summer of Leprechaun. It might not be driving me mad in the same way as the summer of Seagal did, but it still is. It's getting up there. It is getting up there. Whew. So it's also interesting to see, like, the different ways the different videos have been doing. Like, the original, the first Leprechaun review wasn't monetized at first. They said escrow at first, and then with no rhyme or reason, no notification at all, nothing, it just switched over to not monetized. So the first week or so, that was just not making anything. But fortunately, as I've kept posting Leprechaun reviews, it tends to have a feedback loop back to the original, so that still has made a decent amount past that first week, so that's good. The Leprechaun 3 review was held in escrow, which was interesting because that means during the time it was in escrow, YouTube was calculating, how do we boost this? How is this doing? Let's calculate these numbers and see how the performance is and judge how we're going to increase the impressions based on that. And when it came time for it to calculate how much money it had made, it was still in escrow. So according to YouTube, it was making nothing. So it just flatlined after that. No boosts. But, you know, since then it's been out of escrow, and hopefully it's that YouTube tells me, like, before August 15th, they should add the money back that it made. Like, that should go to me. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it, see what happens. But, yeah, fortunately, the In Space, Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 4 in Space, and Leprechaun in the Hood, none of those got hit with a copyright claim, which is very surprising considering that before this summer, like, every single video all year was getting hit with copyright claims. So it really has been not good that I've been right to the wire getting these things done. I'm trying to catch up on things like I did at the beginning of the year when we figured out a schedule and I figured out how to get everything going, and I had that nice thing clipping along and I was getting a video out a week, and then found out that YouTube isn't happy with only 1 video a week, and I had to increase the output with something, otherwise the channel was just going to die a slow death. it's been a lot with all the other stuff, like the Leprechaun in the Hood. I was working on editing that Wednesday morning. I was uploading that at 3 p.m. I was still working on transcribing the captions while it was uploading so that I could finish that file and upload that when before putting it to live, so that I would have the captions ready when it went up. And it took me until 5:05. It was like 5 minutes late, but I'm like, close enough. No one's gonna notice. Except I made this video and I just told everybody about it. Now y'all gonna hold that against me. But, that's life. Someone was gonna hold it against me eventually. But, yeah, it's been something. Now, there's other secondary videos that I've wanted to make. An idea I had that has become a big request because I still haven't done it is that Mexican pizza video. That being that, Taco Bell took away the Mexican pizza, then they brought it back, but you'd be, surprised. You'd be lucky to, it would be understandable if you didn't believe that was the case, because I don't know about you, but past the first day of availability, every single time I've gone to Taco Bell, they say they're sold out of Mexican pizzas. And I'm wondering, how little stuff did you bring in that you could possibly be sold out this bad for this long? It's a tostada. You put the stuff that you already have on the tostada, and you make the pizza. You even took away certain ingredients that were on it before to make it cheaper, and you still somehow ran out of ingredients. You still are selling everything else on your menu. You just need the tostada, right? Maybe some enchilada sauce? I'll go down to the store and get you some. What the hell? How is this so hard? So, yeah. But while it went away for the first time, I had decided to just make it myself, and I made a great Mexican pizza, better than Taco Bell, if I do say so myself. And it would be remiss of me to not share that with you, which I still haven't. So it's been remiss of me. It has been quite remiss. So there's that. I know that's not going to be the biggest thing. Yeah, that's one of the videos that will be lucky to hit about 11,000 views, maybe. But it's still something that I want to do, and that's the best kind of video to make. The kind you want to make. The making cookie videos. The baking cookie video. That one, it was just a silly idea from years ago, but I still really wanted to do it. And so, that really helped out. Then there's, I could do a little follow-up to that. There's other kinds of cookies that I know how to make, and some that require some special decor skills. I saw a version of this, actually. I didn't even know if anyone else was even trying to do this, but I saw a version of this kind of cookie that I make, made from Subway, and they failed at a very important step. Though I don't think that anyone who worked there actually knew about this step, or anyone who designed the cookies for Subway to do that took this into account at all. But it is something that was pretty, I recognized the problem right away when I saw it, and I'm like, oh, well, you should have done this. So, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that can come out. Maybe I'll just kick that can down the road for another few years. But before any of that, definitely going to have to finish the Summer of Leprechaun. Some have been asking, hey, there's only 8 Leprechaun movies. Are you going to keep doing other movie reviews based around the idea of leprechauns? Or is this just going to be a shorter summer special? Now, the intention was always for it to just be a shorter, simpler summer special. It's you got all the Leprechaun movies, and that's that. It actually has ended up being technically a bit more content than originally planned, just because of the Lost Leprechaun pitches and the 2 and 3 Bride and Trial Leprechaun videos. So that was not planned at the beginning, and it kind of made its way in. But that's how a lot of summer specials go: is you have the plan, and then you have what happens. I didn't expect that I would get sick immediately and have to delay the start of the special by a week, which that's not fun, but it's what happens, and it's what we got to roll with. So I've still got a lot of things coming up, but I'm also looking, as of right now, as of the recording of this video, there's 49 subscribers away from 184,000, which, it's considering how long we've been in this little area of subscribers for the channel, and it doesn't seem like such a big milestone, but since it only took about 1 month to go from 183 to 184, compared to 3 or 4 months that it had been taken to go up 1,000, I'm like, finally, growth. Respectable growth for the channel. Hey, Future Decker here, editing the video as we speak, and this part is a really funny part right now because, as you can see from my subscriber numbers right there, 550 of my subscribers, like literally the minute after I said that, 550 subscribers just evaporated all at once. And the funniest thing about that, you see it says 182,422 right now. But if we go over to our analytics and go to the live count, it only said 55 around evaporated, not 550. So that's Susan's birthday present to me, is screw your knowledge of what's going on here through your channel. No matter what, you can be sure that subscribers are just gonna disappear on you. So thanks, Susan. It's great to be a YouTuber and feel appreciated as ever. I'm not certain it'll hit the 300,000 that I want by the end of the year, but I'm still gonna try. Still gonna do it. Still gonna put everything we have into growing this channel. Into like a Lou, what you running at me for? Like it's not that cringe. It is not. But I guess that about covers all the stuff for this month. It's been quite a month. There's been a lot going on, and I've got a lot of work ahead of me still. But I'm gonna try and pace myself a little bit more in the coming months. I still want to do bigger secondary videos, not just sitting here talking to the camera, though this is still enjoyable from time to time. Still nice to catch up on things, still nice to be open about how things are going and how things are looking for the future. And yeah, still trying. Still trying every day. That's how it is. So, thank you all for watching. I've been Decker Shado. And remember, your lights don't stay on forever if you don't have your Surface plugged into a wall. But, despite that, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I did review that right here. Or check out a random algorithm video. Or the Patreon to support. You've been doing a lot of that, and it's amazing, and I thank you a lot. And wow.